All right? Here's a vowel mark we haven't seen yet. Okay? This is called a schwa. Okay? And it's the mark for a schwa. And a schwa is going to function the same as a schwa does. What's an English schwa do? It's kind of an inarticulate vowel sound, generally translated as Okay? And we'll mark it with a schwa sign. All right? Hebrew does have a schwa sound. All right? And it functions as a schwa does in English, as sort of an inarticulate vowel sound. So the first syllable of this word is simply sh. Sh. It's not a long vowel. It's not a short vowel. It's a schwa. Now, what's the second consonant? Who's doing this? Paul? Yep.
Mame.
Mame, good.
And then,
Yep, pathak.
Pathak.
And one of them there,
Ayin.
ions. Good. So say the whole word.
Shema.
Yeah, Shema.
Shema.
Shema. Very good. Any questions? Do you hear the schwa sound is really just kind of a schwa sound? Shema. All right. Never accented. It'll always be sort of sloughed over, which is really the point of schwas, is a syllable that you're kind of passing by. Question?
Is that like an upside down E?
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
schwa?
Isn't that a schwa marker? Like, you know. What do I use in the book? I think we used a, we used a thing like that, which most for some reason, a lot of textbooks transliterate the schwa with simply an E with a little short vowel over it, which is even more confusing. All right? It's just annoying. All right? All right, if we did 6, I want to backtrack now and do 5. Probably should do these in a different order. All right, what's the first letter in 5? Who wants this one? Ryan Carlson. Where are you?
Right here.
Okay, Ryan.
Eight.
All right, good. Heath.
Uh,
That'd be a H with a dot under it. Now, what's this animal?
it's a combination.
Yeah, good. Do you see that this is a combination of 2 other markers we've already learned? What are they?
Patah.
All right, it's the pathak, and what is the pathak really? It's the short vowel of the A family, right? And what's the other marker?
Schwa.
The 2 dots are the schwa. This is a combination of a short vowel and a schwa. This is called a composite schwa because it's a composite, or a combination, of the schwa marker and a corresponding short vowel. Now, this is another kind of oddity of spelling the language, but there are composite schwas that are used in place of the regular schwa. What's interesting about the first letter Heath? What kind? Remember I told you to learn, I erased it now off the board, the guttural letters. All right? The guttural letters. We now have seen the first of 2 odd characteristics of the guttural letters. Guttural letters take, or use, maybe use is a better word, use the so-called composite schwa instead of the regular schwa. All right? I said you got to worry about the gutturals because they're going to throw you some curves. Here's the first curve. There's only 2. There's an inside and an outside curve. All right? It uses a composite schwa instead of a regular schwa, and you've just seen it by example. Okay? In number 6, back to the page, in number 6, we saw a regular schwa with a regular consonant. In number 7, it's essentially the same configuration. We're starting the word with a consonant and a schwa, except that because the Heath is a guttural letter, the schwa is going to be a composite schwa. All right? And that's marked by the vowel with a short mark over it. This isn't a short vowel, it's a composite schwa. That's another annoying feature of transliteration, though I'm not terribly worried about transliteration. Now let's go on and do the rest of the, who's doing this? Paul? No, Ryan.
Lamed,
Lamed?
Nun,
Nope, it's not a nun.
or a Vav, or Wow.
All right, now here you got a wow. Is this the consonant wow, or is this the mater letter wow? How do you know that? Okay. Let's let it go. It's actually a little harder than you think.
Preceded by a little dot.
All right.
It's in between two consonants.
It's in between two consonants. How many vowels do you have? See, how do you know? Now, all right. Let's say it this way. How many vowels are there? Two. How many syllables should you have? Two. Right. So you should have one syllable. Then you should have a second syllable. You've already got a lamed in the second syllable. You've already got a meme in the second syllable. If you had a wow in the second syllable, you'd have too many consonants, right? So you got to have one vowel per syllable. How many consonants can you have? You can have one or two, but no more. See? And if you're going to use up what is a mater letter as a consonant, that's sometimes a catch to say it can't be a consonant because you're going to end up with too many consonants in a syllable. That's one way that you can sort of figure out when some of these things are working as a consonant or a vowel. We'll work on that as we go along. Okay? Cha, lom. Okay, back to the vowel chart then. You'll see that the far left-hand column here are called vocal schwas. And we have, in a sense, two vocal schwas. We have a regular vocal schwa that's used under consonants, and we have composite schwas that are used with guttural letters. Now there are three composite schwas, one for each vowel family. There's a chatev pathak, there's a chatev segol, and there's a chatev kamets. Every one of these is made up of the short vowel of that family plus the schwa marker. Do you see how they're made up of those two pieces? I'll tell you right now, for all practical purposes, again, the A family dominates. Gutturals like A vowels to begin with. You use these with gutturals, you're going to have more of this composite schwa than any other composite schwa. And we won't even have to worry about these other two for a while. Okay? Yeah.
Pronunciation on all three. There's no words.
Yeah, I don't know. David, you got any wisdom on this? How do you pronounce yeah, they're all So you're not going to hear any difference between a regular schwa and a composite schwa, or between a composite schwa of the A family, the E family, or the OU family.
Like a U and put.